You each find yourselves on the bridge of the Hell's Lantern. It is mere moments after your shuttle, the fearsome Bucket, has departed with an away team to recover a supply of smoke powder from the Shoe Powder Smuggler that you've disabled in Captain Jakan's latest act of space piracy. Much of the crew slack at their posts, dreaming of ways they can spend their ill-gotten gains after this latest daring raid. Jakan clops down the ramp and clasps a hand on the shoulder of his gunner's mate, Reggie, with triumph. Suddenly a shout from the crow's nest above, "Neogi off the port bow!" Jakan barks an order to return to combat posts, and the first of many ballista bolts goes sailing through the void at the lone Death Spider. It is only seconds before the rest of their fleet arrives. The captain's eyes widen as what was one Death Spider just becomes as many as a dozen, flanked on either side of a bevy of Surfacer-style vessels emitting a holy radiance that slices through the black of dread space. By the time Jakan can sound the retreat, they are almost already on top of you. With the roar of arcane flame, the engines of the Hell's Lantern burst to life, catapulting the ship past the disabled shoe vessel and leaving your away team miles behind you. You guys may recall one time being that away team. And at this time, the weapon systems of the Neogi Death Spiders and the Paladin vessels open up.
This bitch has goosebumps!
As you tear ass away from the scene, Jakan orders the retreat and says, "I don't care where it goes, take the nearest portal to the Phlogiston." And at this time, we will do a one-round skill challenge, how you are assisting the crew in getting the fuck out of this nightmare.
Can I go first?
You can.
All right. So we have to turn the space sails to catch the solar wind. So I am leaping and flipping up the rigging to unleash the sails.
Excellent.
With my acrobatics. And I roll a 24! 26, sorry.
It's the music.
That one note at the end is the part that really gets me. It's so creepy. Alright, who would like to go next? I don't need a shuffle. There we go.
I will go next. I see that morale is going downhill real fast. And so I run up, I climb up past Jackson Dukes, and I raise our flag.
Excellent.
Mel Gibson in The Patriot.
Yes.
Hold the line!
And that is a 16.
Alright, that is good enough. As you come up the crow's nest and you raise the flag, you shove Wartown out of the way. Get out of here!
You can fly, motherfucker! Where are you climbing?
I am flying!
The problem with your daughter! Alright.
I've just been over here juggling dice. Dave's gonna, help out with Jackson Dukes there with the sails. He's going to, in his big, delicious orc form, grab each one of the ropes and help raise the sails, and with his, rippling orc muscles, he's gonna be like, "Alright there, folks!" And he's gonna use his endurance to kind of,
Yes.
Yeah,
keep a
so
hold
I
on it.
parkour up the rigging and then throw ropes at you, and you just grab them out of there.
That's gonna be a 10.
Cool. So the strain on your muscles is actually too much, and the crew panics as they see Dave, usually the stalwart bulwark on the ship, tumble to his knees as the ropes slide out of his hands, and he now has rope burn on his hands.
This is why it's Captain America, not Captain Canada.
Don't you be talking no nonsense there about dead people.
Go get yourself some back bacon and some poutine.
Oh, you know what? I think I will.
It's free healthcare, goddammit.
Gavin.
Damn it! I signed for that lifeboat. Now I'm gonna have to put in the expense reports, and oh god, this is terrible.
Is
And then
every character you play a nerd?
Most of them.
I just got promoted, and now I got to do expense reports. So I get kind of mad, and I run up, and I just jump in the spelljammer helm and just turn on the shadow and just take off.
All right, give me a
I'm
check.
guessing that's an Arcana.
That sounds like Arcana to me, yeah.
13.
13.
Lucky
All right.
number.
And you blast forward in the ship. Unfortunately, as you are pulling away from these vessels, a stray bolt actually goes right through the rudder on the ship, and it's no longer steering very well. It basically is really good at going forward and backwards very quickly, and doesn't do anything else. It's going
I'm just
on.
naturally sweaty, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's as good as it's going to get. And you start hauling ass, but you realize that the ship is not responding very well to your commands. It's going in a straight line to the edge of the crystal sphere. As it nears the walls of the crystal sphere, Captain Jakan orders you to slow it down. You don't have the time to react, and you're unable to slow the vessel. But the portal opens up just as the bow of the ship is coming right through the wall of the crystal sphere. You penetrate into the phlogiston. It seals up behind you, and a Neogi vessel goes crashing into the walls of the crystal sphere and explodes.
Oh, shit.
Somebody call maintenance on that rudder, jeez.
And then the opening credits.
Better luck next time, space bugs.
I find the nearest intern and tell him to grab a mop and clean up the back rudder mess.
And this is where on screen, I was going to make a video, but I didn't have time. A screen comes up that just says, Spelljammer returns in Independence Day.
There's VHS static.
Yep.
Exactly. So I wrote my notes for to jam this for like 30 seconds. I had to give a complaint. Welcome back, everybody.
Oh,
I wish the listeners could see us dance.
I think they can feel it in their souls.
Good.
If they're not dancing to this at home, then they should stay the fuck off our podcast.
I agree.
Right.
Even Paul's got some funk to him. Look at that. Guy's fucking crazy. Put some cardboard down for that man. He's a great dude.
Oh, my spine. I just broke it.
Oh my god.
no, they don't call it breakdancing for nothing.
Broke dance.
Broken bones dancing.
So your ship penetrates the
Space flavor
phlogiston.
Texas.
It moans. And as you coast through the plumes of colorful gas.
Ooh.
You like that? You like that?
A bear in his natural habitat.
Word goes around the ship that Jakan is calling a meeting of the minds for basically the leadership of the ship. It's going to occur in like an hour, and the four of you are all considered to be part of the leadership of this operation. So you'll be summoned to this meeting as well. But you have a little time to like fart around on deck and repair some of the damage and that sort of stuff that's going on right now. And you're starting to hear some murmurs from the crew. You just witnessed Jakan issue a retreat order when you had an away team that was still away. And as a reminder, Duran, Steppenwolf, Henri, Callisti, and Tenebris were all off vessel when you pieced right the fuck out.
Not Callisti. It was, Tawana. Is that?
Yes, that's right, it was Talana. Sorry.
Yes, Callisti in a smoke powder factory is,
No good, yeah.
Hilarious.
You're correct.
American as fuck. It's Michael Bay as fuck.
It is Michael Bay. But yeah, Jakan has basically just abandoned them. He's basically just sentenced them to death. And between that and a couple other like questionable decisions Jakan has made lately, there's some murmurs around the crew that mutiny may be at hand.
Ooh, delightful.
Oh, that's exciting.
Is anybody stepping up to be the new captain?
Nobody has yet. It's still the sort of thing where like whispers are happening and nobody's committed. But you're starting to hear like those of you who have not openly sucked off the Centaur are starting to hear whispers that people are considering throwing him into space and coming up with who's going to be the new captain.
I don't know. Gavin's lifelong dream is to be a union buster. So, you know, he may get his chance.
Oh, I'd love to do some yeeting with a big, strong yeet guard.
But that is what you hear during your hour of time, basically repairing the vessel and collecting your thoughts after this most recent daring escape, as it were. And as a quick reminder, you do remember seeing the Neogi Death Spiders as well as the Paladin vessels. The last time you saw their union was in Dread Space in our Halloween episode where you fled Frankenstein's monster.
They're called Paladinies, by the way.
They are Paladinies. Well, that's the other life ones.
Listen, I'm not one of those paladins.
Not all paladins.
Oh god.
Just most paladins.
Most paladins are, yeah.
That's pretty much all paladins. They just don't want to admit it.
So Jakan calls this meeting, and the four of you are invited in, along with some of the ship's other leadership. More talent among them. I'm trying to think of who else is like a major player who would be here. Bosch, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Bosch.
Oh yeah, meeting of the minds.
Yeah. Jackson Dukes and Bosch.
Real brain trust there.
Todd was invited
bar
to
trivia with
suffer.
them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just like, where's Todd?
He's in the mess hall just like eating sticks of butter or something.
Excuse me, he's a vegan.
Sticks
Vegan
of,
butter.
He thinks goat butter is vegan, so it's okay.
It's made from dandelion milk.
Totally vegan.
He's actually drinking soy lattes, but like out of the coffee machine.
Rice Krispies treats, but they're made with vegan butter and like vegan marshmallows, so they're just.
And
I think my taste
tastes
buds
like
just committed
ass.
suicide at hearing that.
Which time I like?
So the group is brought in to his sort of like leadership office. It's a long conference table with 8 chairs and one empty spot at the head of the table because he doesn't use a chair as a center. Duh. And he calls this meeting, and he says, the reality of the situation is that no one can control the flow of the Phlogiston. And we have to ride it out until we get to another crystal sphere, and we don't know where it's going to deposit us. This is not one of the paths on our star charts. We don't know where it leads.
Have you Googled it?
Totally bad.
We attempted to reach the Google, but unfortunately he was non-responsive.
Oh, that motherfucker.
I gotta put in a report against that guy.
Have you tried using Bing?
Certainly not.
My buddy Jeeves, is he around? We could always ask him.
Jeeves has been dead for 7 years.
Oh, Jeeves died?
Yes.
Oh.
He smiles when he says that. He didn't like Jeeves. He says we should be prepared for whatever response we receive when we enter whatever crystal sphere we are dumped in.
And then are we going to go back and rescue our crewmates?
Yes.
That's totally convincing.
I just think that you were lying about. Listen. I'm a wholehearted space Canadian dude. I can tell a lie when I see it. Why don't we want to go back for our buddies there, eh?
He gestures back to the damage on the ship and he says, they did this in 6 seconds. What do you think they're going to do to the away team? They're lost.
You don't know that. You're abandoning.
Henri's Canadian, or French Canadian. He may be alright. That's right. Henri and they should be like.
They should be a buddy.
Well, they'll be trying to.
I don't know.
No.
Is there
They'll be trying to divide.
Is there a
into
divide
factions.
between the space French and the space French Quebecois, or?
There's a definite divide between the space Quebecois and the
Yeah.
the French.
Well, there's great fishing up there in space Quebec.
Good lord. But he says, you'll want to man battle stations and prepare the vessel for whatever response we receive as we enter. If anybody has any ideas or suggestions, I'm open to them currently, but this meeting is mostly about preparing the vessel for whatever hell awaits us.
Cool.
You gonna tell them about the space mutiny or no? Mutiny on the space bounty?
He seems like a really eatable guy. I wouldn't be so surprised if he yeeted off at their ship there, hey?
I mean, I just got promoted to junior assistant manager. I don't know if I want to mutiny against the acting assistant manager.
No, I hear the benefits are great at that level.
Well, every third Thursday somebody brings me coffee, so that's good. I got that going for me.
Your work-life balance would go to hell.
What work-life balance? I'm 22 years old. There is no work-life
Oh, you're
balance.
not missing a beat with this role.
You should have seen the bourbon.
Mervin was a little on point though.
As far as the Neogi were concerned, we were the only vessel in that area. They have no reason to attack the away team.
Says, I would not risk the rest of the crew over the response of Neogi. They're notorious slavers and destroyers.
So you're just going to leave
Terrible
them.
tippers.
You're going to leave them behind.
He says, I would not feel comfortable risking the lives of the crew to recover those who are probably already gone.
So can you just say it in layman's terms, you're comfortable with the away team dying? Can you just say that for us, please?
He says, I would come forward as saying that I have a problem with the away team or that I'm happy to see them go, but I have no problem prioritizing the lives of the many over the lives of the few.
Oh, you took an ethics class.
Ooh, I think that's
Good for you.
I think that's copyrighted. We may have to check on licensing with that one.
Space Vulcan are going to be very upset.
Yep.
They have great lawyers.
Mervin, for instance.
Well, I'm sure the rest of the crew will be delighted to know that their lives are equally as at risk if they should ever decide to do anything
I
for
think you
you.
mean expendable.
Chikan says, this isn't about being expendable. This is about the reality of the situation. They had guns trained on us. What would you have me do? Sacrifice the entire crew?
The reality of the situation is you better find a way to make the crew happy because you're not very popular right now.
Says, I'm unsurprised, but profit cures all that ails. Perhaps we'll find an opportunity to make some wealth at our next next destination.
At what cost?
Well, ideally at no cost.
It'll be made up by the wealth.
Yeah, that's how profit
Yeah.
works.
Stealing is kind of working that way.
And you're gonna sneak away if you
That's
leave
what
us down
stealing
there
is.
and you smell a whiff of trouble. You're gonna leave us behind there, bud?
I mean, profit would increase with fewer crew members.
I'm just 2 mother loads away from being popular again.
Yeah, you're not being capitalist enough. You need to be thinking about shares. 4 less bodies means 4 less shares when we take the loot.
Look, I'm a paladin. I don't do this whole money thing.
You know, that's a good point. Does your position have stock options?
Well, I was just doing so. I have a scroll, and I was just doing some math on like a early version of Excel spreadsheet, and I realized, wow, profit sharing for everyone goes up when some people of the crew die. But that's just math.
let's just, for fun, let's just see what the
Just-
numbers
just
look like
see
if we
what
kill
the
4
numbers
more.
Now,
I
how
love this
is
program.
how is the wealth going to be distributed? Is it going to be everyone gets an equal share, or is it going to be more of a trickle down kind of thing?
I feel like that meme. You guys are getting paid?
He says, my belief in trickle down is that someone takes all the wealth to the top of the crow's nest and then deposits it on the deck of the ship.
It's like
There's
a
no
pinata.
It's not very efficient.
You're gonna put it in a little colorful paper mache box there and let people hit it until it falls out. And then
Well, no, because there's no gravity in space and the wealth would just fly out into the sun.
Colorful paper mache horse.
That would be ridiculous.
And then you just beat the crap out of it until money falls out.
Oh, you know what they say about beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
That was very Letterkenny.
I've been doing my research.
I appreciate you.
You've been
Appreciate
dating
you
your
too.
research.
Alright?
That's what I appreciate about it.
Is that what you appreciate?
That and your doorknob skills.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're never gonna live that down.
I wasn't trying to. If anything, I was trying to promote.
Jakan looks like he's basically ready to close this meeting down. Like it's... You guys are not being very discreet with your games on him.
No. And
No, we're Americans, goddammit.
And not-
And Dave.
Northern Americans. We're Northern
Yeah.
Americans, goddammit.
Yeah.
We're all from
Northern
space North America.
and furthermore, yeah, we're not being discreet, but they're going to be less discreet when they yeet his horse ass off the boat.
Yes.
You got my eating arms ready. Go.
Catch his hands.
He says, if that is it then this
I call
meeting's-
them Wally and Jean-Pierre.
Then that's it. You're dismissed from the meeting. Get to your battle stations and await whatever awaits us as we...
There's donuts in the break room.
Don't forget to sign Debbie's birthday card.
Oh,
Did you make decaf? Did you make decaf, or did you make actual coffee this
It
time?
was your birthday last year.
We ran out of regular coffee, so I just used double grounds of the decaf. I thought that would make a difference.
I love coffee. I can chew.
It's more of a slurry.
It kind of tastes like chemical.
It's good. It's roughage. It's good for your teeth.
Yeah, it's not, Jagan says. And he opens the door and allows you all to leave his office.
It's not. As I'm walking out, Dave's walking out. He's like,
The travel through the Phlogiston is...
Take about 10% off their horsey, Dan.
My sympathies, man.
This is how these games go.
like 8 minutes of playing and 3 hours of just stupid jokes.
Yeah.
We're not even drunk yet.
Oh, speak
No.
for yourself. I'm working on it.
this is 2, so.
We have another danger juice, that's right.
What's in the vermilion colored?
That is my danger juice. It's sangria.
Cool.
It's
That's-
very good.
So it's wine, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit of wine, a little bit of triple sec, a little bit of peach schnapps,
Alas, I will have to refrain.
hella fruits.
No wine for you?
Wine gives me mad heartburn.
Yeah,
I have to be. For me, it's spirits or nothing.
Okay.
Well, there's a big bottle of knob in my liquor cabinet. If you
I
want.
already poured some gosling.
Oh, good. Right.
I already made that joke.
Way ahead of you, buddy. Thank you.
Grind up gooks and snort them. Free
Freebase.
If there's anything you guys want to do
That's
while you're
fine.
traveling through the strange of the Phlogiston, now is the time to do it. Otherwise, I have flavor text for when you arrive at your destination.
I would love to find whoever seems to be the most objectionable to Jakan. And, like, I would like to find Mutiny Guy numero uno and, like, just let him know I'm on his side.
Taser face.
So, who do we think is Mutiny Guy numero uno?
Taser face.
Bosh.
Is it Hush?
No, Bosh needs someone to tell him what to do.
I really think it would be Gavin. Gavin's looking for a promotion.
How do we do, Mutiny Road?
I grabbed my clipboard and I'm doing inventory in the stockroom already. So you guys are on your own.
I'm not Captain Material.
Henri would have been that good. Henri would have
Yeah.
Just sipping the coffee. Someday I'll get the good coffee.
Bravos would be there, except that being captain means actually doing work.
No, being captain, you have other people do your work for you, especially if you're a bad captain.
I mean, Wartown would have been all over.
He could sit in
He
that
would've
captain's chair.
Is Wartown the mutineer?
Ooh.
I mean, he's not going to be very favorable in leaving people to die. You know, he doesn't leave a man behind. That's not his way. Ben's smiling because
And
this
he
is
has-
the
he
answer
has-
he was fishing for.
He has the bombast of a mutineer. He really does.
Yeah, he does.
And he's a giant fucking eagle, like...
Well, and I based him off of Voltan from
Voltan,
Flash
that's
Gordon,
exactly
who led a fucking mutiny. He led
We
the
need a
resistance
furry
against the
captain or nothing.
Feathery.
Feathery. I'm
Downy
sorry.
at the
I'm sorry. I'm new.
Sorry, I'm a paladin. I don't know things.
I'm trying.
You need a t-shirt over your plate mail armor that says I'm a paladin and I'm trying my best.
I mean, that's legit. Paladins don't know things.
No,
They do not.
no, they only know whooping ass in the name of the Lord.
They know
Nice to
what,
see
are
them.
what are these spell slots for? Oh, smiting.
Smiting,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's it.
They don't open cans of
Not
whoop
quite
ass.
yet.
They open
Not quite
decanters
right,
of
but
whoop ass.
Works musically.
Viewers even.
Censors of whoop ass.
Ah!
You just
Alright.
swing it around your head.
which Wartalon would not appreciate because Wartalon does not dig censorship.
And if they're being gentle, it's aspergillum of what back.
Alright, well, Brian, Wartalon is your character. Are you going to say Wartalon is the mutineer or is not?
Yes, I will say Wartalon is a mutineer.
Alright, Todd. Dave catches up to Wartalon.
My
Is this
basic
gonna be a- is
bitch
this gonna be a
names.
Who has done it?
Hey, hey there, feather friend. How's it going,
Oh, am I
Mr.
playing
Talon,
him?
sir?
Yeah, of course you are.
Oh fuck! I was not prepared for this. Give me a moment.
The way you got your shades over your head was perfect there. Oh, go. How's it going, buddy?
Well, hey, how's it going there, feather friend, Mr. Talon, sir?
Caw. That is just disgruntled cough.
Oh no, he's got the coronavirus.
No, it's cough.
I
That's
know.
different.
Bird flu.
He got
Heard.
coronavirus.
Coronavirus. I heard that you may not be happy with the apples at the top of the tree, so to speak, there, my friend. You know, them apples up there, they get some hard sun exposure and they get rotten real fast and they get real distanced from the needs of the many. You know, and the many being
Your
that.
accent shifted a degree at the end there, and it sounded really funny.
How are you making this metaphor work?
I just think that the apples up top are the ones who get off. Hey, you want a mutiny? Or
I was gonna say, Dave's an orc. Dave doesn't
I
metaphor.
don't remember Wartalon being exceptionally bright or insightful.
Just keeping it on the down low there, but I got me some arms. These arms were made for yeeting, and that's just what they'll do. So if
These
you,
days, these arms are going to eat all over you.
Christmas
I mean, you're not wrong.
That's
I just, if you need some backup in the yeeting of someone off a ship, just come find me, and I will. I am more than happy to assist there with you, bud.
And he'll look around and make sure no one's listening. He's like, I do not tolerate tyrants.
You know, I don't either, and I really appreciate that there about you, bud.
You know what I love about you?
The whole anti-tyrant thing. That's a great personality trait.
I mean, listen, we got free healthcare in Space Canada, so I know what you mean about tyrants.
Wow.
Great fishing in space Quebec.
It's so good up there. Yeah, you want to come over sometime? That's a later conversation. But I just want. I am, as the kids say, on your side.
Caw.
Caw indeed. And I go in for a fist bump. Do you have hands or do you have feathers?
I have hands. They're
Okay.
feathery hands, but I got them.
Feathery hands.
They're mine. I got them.
Because I do know there's a
Made
bird
'em
friend of
myself.
mine. There's a bird friend there of mine that they left behind, who I feel like, you know, you got some kinship interests in there, Mr. Duckman, but I'm ready to support you in whatever way you need there, bud.
Liberty has nothing to add to this conversation. I just am relishing in the idea of Dave being a giant orc and Liberty being a goblin. Liberty just like hops out from behind Dave and is like, I'm ready to fuck shit up.
You're like Dave's carrying around in a baby Bjorn.
any point, if you so desire, I will put you on my shoulders. But only, I'm real big on consent. So only if you want some. If you want some extra height, I'm here for you, bud.
For our listeners at home, I was given a thumbs up.
That's
double thumbs
reverse
up.
though. As Space Canada, shouldn't you be her hat? Shouldn't she carry you on her shoulders?
Hey, listen there, bud. I got no problems. I mean, yeah, I do live in the apartment above a meth lab as far as countries go. But it's not her fault. It's not her fault.
Look, I am just basically Alexander Hamilton in a goblin body. With a circlet of blasting. This is a great idea. Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Rain. I fucking get it.
Yes. Yes.
Finally happened.
We got there.
Vince
Wow.
knows the stuff in the kitchen. We use them for sure.
Do you have the crown and everything?
Yeah, circle of blasting. It's
Oh,
topped with spikes.
Alright, perfect.
So it wasn't made by my people.
The Hell's Lantern creeps forward through the wall of the crystal sphere and is nearly immediately fired upon by its occupying vessels. One such bolt crashes into the bulkhead near the captain. Its fletching is unmistakably Elven. He scowls, looking back at the naval frigates that are left in your wake. Full speed ahead! The ship rockets forward, easily outpacing the slower Elven vessels. For some seconds, it looks as though you may elude your pursuers, but that hope is dashed when you sail directly into the path of a gigantic mithril web. Much like a spider's, the web of silvered metal entraps your vessel as it flees, halting its progress so abruptly that it launches many crewmen over decks. Some, the lucky ones, adhere firmly to its construction like a trapped insect. The more unfortunate of them are bisected by the slicing metal, their separate halves floating harmlessly through space at high speeds.
Jeez.
As you now see from your position, the web is literally stretched from planet to planet, from world to world, some new and insidious design by the Elven Navy. Jakang motions to follow as he makes his way to the captain's quarters. You four will take the escape craft before they're able to arrive. He opens the footlocker before his bed of straw, withdrawing red barding which he slings over his haunches. It's on you to get help. He reaches into the box once more and procures a monstrous-looking heavy crossbow, replete with 3 functional arms and a belt feeder. He pumps the stock, and the 3 arms creak with tension. We will buy you time. As the captain, it's my duty to go down with the ship.
Okay.
I think we've been singled out for the mutiny.
The elves are the mutineers all along.
Well, guess we'll leave you here to die.
Good luck with that!
Peace.
Prophet sticking to his own standards.
Alright, well, I guess I tie my red headband on extra tight.
That's right.
Time to rock and roll.
Rip my sleeves
Does
off.
this thing have its own mini spelljammer helm?
It's just a dead mess.
The lifeboat, it does not.
Oh, so we just fucking
Actually.
float?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
dumb.
we'll push it really hard.
yeah. It travels fast, but you can't leave the crystal spheres.
So we're in a crystal sphere now. I thought we were on the float just then.
Yeah, you just came into the next crystal
Okay,
sphere.
okay.
Sorry, I
Got
wasn't
it,
clear
got
about
it.
that.
No,
Yeah.
that's fine.
But anyway, that is what he says. He creaks his thing, and we get different music.
Rob saw the work you put in, man.
Hey, man.
He's been working on it for like 4 months now.
Yeah. What else has he had to do?
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah.
Weapons on both sides of the conflict fill the starry sky with deadly ammunition, shredding wood and bodies alike. Across the deck, you see the rest of your crew fighting valiantly against the Elven onslaught, but they are being overwhelmed as Elven soldiers wearing arcane jetpacks launch themselves from nearby ships to reinforce their alien troops. It's a 1-round skill challenge to get to the escape pod, as it were, beginning with whoever feels bold.
I'll go. I, using my half-orc, huge-ass body and athletics, am just gonna start, I'm gonna book it as fast as I can and start, prepping this vessel for us, and I'm gonna use my athletics to do that.
Okay.
Because Dave doesn't skip leg day.
Good.
And that's gonna be a 22.
Alright, you bash your way through these Elven warriors, and you do see they're wearing these, elaborate-looking brass, tube-fed jetpacks that are spraying blue gouts of blue flame, at the bottom of the jetpack.
I grab one of the guys and I just hurl him into the other guy.
And he goes,
To get
wait,
him
you
out
do
of
it
the
80
way.
miles an hour, and they collapse.
Liberty is gonna make her way to the escape pod, and as she passes different crew members, she's gonna scream at them to go fight those elven cowards and tyrants. and
Don't
just
kill those
basically
Terrences.
intimidate people out of her way and into the conflict.
Excellent.
That's a 17, sir.
That is more than successful as you bully your crewmates out of the way. All right, who's next?
So Gavin is going to use his he's going to use his minor illusion cantrip to make like wisps of smoke and stuff kind of creepily coming off of him, like he does when he's scared. It's like his scared reflex action, and he is just going to try to use that to like intimidate everybody else to just get the hell away from whatever this creepy kid with the shadowy visage and red eyes
This
and all
team
this other
creepy,
shit.
back-to-back
Team
intimidate
creepy.
checks.
So,
Yeah. It's better than pissing himself.
Well,
Might be a little bit
that's
of
my
that, too.
second.
We're getting eaten by an ant cake.
Oh, that's only an
Oh.
8.
Oh, that is no good. One of the ones who is very much not a mutineer comes around and basically gets the feeling like you're bullying people out of the way, like you're fleeing the battle scene.
Nobody likes junior assistant manager anyway.
Yeah.
You take some friendly fire as one of the crewmates actually hits you and it's like, get back to the fight! And
But I've got to secure the escape pod.
you're going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Just slaps you on the back of the head.
Gently bonked.
Yes.
Nice try. I have junior middle manager hit points.
So I want to use something different than acrobatics since I used that in the first skill challenge.
Okay.
So I'm going to use stealth, and I'm just going to sneak through the battle like cartoon tiptoeing noises, like.
With other strings.
Yep. But I'm actually making that noise like Croc and every.
Is he humming his own theme music?
What are 16.
Good enough. You make your way into the escape pod and you're prepping it now for departure. And it appears to be slightly stuck, like you're having trouble getting this thing disengaged from the hull of the ship. And as you are getting on board the pod, an Elven Navy officer jumps on deck and leans in with his wand drawn. Not so fast! And as he's about to fire a spell upon you and into the pod itself, a crossbow bolt the size of your arm fills his guts and he's nailed to the side of your pod with enough force to rattle it loose from the Hell's Lantern. And as you fall away and plummet towards the planet's side, you see Jakan turn and give you a nod as he turns back to the massive outline of the Elven cruiser Queen's Blessing, pumps his crossbow, and is swallowed up by the swell of Elven warriors with man-catchers and hand crossbows.
Oh, well, shit.
The pod goes hurtling through the atmosphere of a nearby Earth body, the dead Elven Navy officer's pressed red jacket fluttering in the wind until it plunges into the ground with an eruption of blistering hot sand.
Of course, it's a red coat.
Wait, isn't Jakan also wearing red?
He's wearing red Barty because he's the captain.
Oh, okay.
I'm wearing a red headband. Doesn't mean I'm space British.
Shut up.
I'm wearing red because
Look,
I'm trying to flannel
But it's
color.
flat. So
It's also shaped
In
like a maple
space,
leaf.
that just marks you for death.
Some time passes as the craft goes flying through the atmosphere and drops down into the mud and sand and other shit. And you have apparently landed on some sort of firm surface. As you manage to shake the cobwebs loose from your brain and disengage your escape pod, you actually do see that the corpse of an elven man is still nailed to the outside of your escape pod.
Oh, it's a beautiful hood ornament, dude.
Yeah, it's like a figurehead on our brow.
Everybody can give me a history check to see what you know about the body that you've landed on.
Whoa.
I rolled a nat 20.
I know this song too. What's this from?
This is called Festival of Liss, and it's from the Guild Wars soundtrack. I
Where's
used it
Mario?
a ton for how to do this.
I don't know.
Alright, what are our totals?
I got an 18.
Kate crit.
17.
12.
Okay. Dave is the only one who knows this place. Maybe it's close to Space Canada. It appears to be a planet you've heard of called Union, which is a terrestrial planet. But the paths to it rumored to have been lost.
Oh, yeah, I remember reading their book about that sometime there back in times when I read books. Hey guys, this planet's called Union. Isn't that lovely, ain't it?
And I need a volunteer to roll a d6 for me.
2.
Alright. As you sort of get ready to leave your escape pod and you check out the body of the guy stuck to the side of it, it is actually raining enormously heavily. Like it's a full-on monsoon. It looks like you're on some sort of maybe a jungle planet, or at least a jungle area on a planet. And the rain is coming down in sheets. And it's causing some minor flooding, lots of muddy rivulets all over the place. But that's what's going on right now all around you. and you disengage on this jungle planet.
We're in space now.
Very Space Schultz.
Fuck you guys, I guess.
And then Josh takes over.
I didn't bring my 3 spare characters.
Surprise
We got like 5 in here.
You didn't think you came to spectate, did you?
It is either Space Tomb of Annihilation or Tomb of Space Annihilation.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm in
sure
a
which is
TFA
worse.
game in my other friends.
What's that?
We're doing TFA on my other campaign.
It's quite a slog. They're currently in my most casualty sum game ever. I think they've lost
Have we
6
each
characters.
lost 2? You only lost 1?
I've killed Ben once.
Oh, we killed off 3 in
But I've
ours, and we're
killed
like,
each of you
level
twice.
Yeah.
You killed Brian.
Three
Actually,
Three times.
well,
Three
no,
times.
I killed me once.
You
did.
killed you
don't
all.
count.
You killed you.
You
I
just,
did, yeah.
You
Well,
threw
you're
yourself.
But he
Bruce
killed. But he
killed
still killed me twice.
You threw yourself into an obvious beholder room.
So you're
No, I was
My
talking
hands
about
were tied.
no, I was talking about throwing myself into the obvious volcano.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
so you're averaging 2 characters each.
Well, I get bored.
That's right.
Good way to test new characters, like Spelljammer.
It is the most. No players have been killed more than in this game. In all the games I've run. It's amazing.
The thing I like is I wrote like one of my best backstories for a character, and he lasted
I know,
like 1
I-
game.
I still
Rip.
feel.
It was his fault.
Josh just really
Who's
likes
on?
killing you.
No, it's his fault.
No, the hag that he agitated liked killing
No,
him.
the hag that he agitated
Oh.
likes killing me.
Alright, yeah, that was mine.
So Ben likes killing him.
But we went back and we got revenge.
You did.
Not that I
Yeah, we
care.
killed you
There's
again.
Crumbopulous Michael, and I just love killing.
All right,
You're able to kill
Alright,
him.
alright.
back on track.
Bring
So
it
we're,
in.
so we're in space now.
Here's the space now.
Watch out for Space Charlie. Up in
What
the
are the,
space trees.
what are the passive perception scores around the table? I know yours is garbage.
9.
14?
13.
13.
What the fuck?
So everyone who's not Lady Liberty can hear that there is some sort of
You're very low to the ground.
some sort of poncy, noble, condescending voice. You can't make out the words, but you can definitely make in the voice inflection. That's what's going on. You can barely hear it over the rainfall.
God, he's probably from accounting.
I wonder if it's more elves. They sounded pretty poncy.
Oh, it sounds like them Ponty folk there, yeah.
And then
Tequila
those
claw.
were, they were those soy lattes.
So let's try to get closer.
Alright, are you being sneaky about it, or are you just boldly walking into the
I actually am very stealth. I'm fairly stealthy. I will do that. I will sneak ahead.
Alright.
I think I got
I'm
like a
also
plus.
quasi
I got a +5 to stealth. I don't know if
You have advantage as well from the heavy rainfall.
Delightful.
I've got a +3. I'll back you up.
So that's going to be a 17.
Okay. Are you also trying to fall?
Yeah.
Alright, give me that roll.
I don't know where you're going or why you're going that way, but you know what? It sounds cool. Ooh, shit! That's a 22.
Okay. The two of you make your way over to what appears to be a muddy clearing, where there are 7 men, elven men, wearing red coats, and they appear to have 3 prisoners, and they are beating on the prisoners. And what you can see from them is that one of them appears to be a half-orcish man, who is being repeatedly kicked in the back and like dumped in the mud as the elven men laugh. And the other 2 are like pig-snouted, tusked people, who are handcuffed behind their backs, and they are being forced to watch as they sit in the mud on their knees as they beat the shit out of this half-orc.
And these are humans?
Elves.
Elves. Oh god, yeah, let's go kill them.
Yeah, I'm down for that there. They're beating on my buddies.
Do we go back and bring our reinforcements, or
Yeah, I think we should.
And you had a really good passive percent. 14, you said?
14? Yeah.
14. You also see that of these 7 men, looks like one of them's like a sergeant or something. Seems to be in the lead, and he's doing most of the talking. And you can hear now that he's making fun of this guy and refers to the tusked people who are being held prisoner as pork. He's literally using like swine-related epithets.
So because I read the Equal Employment Opportunity bulletin
Oh,
board
he
like
used
8
the P
times,
word.
The OSHA guy, yeah.
you know, I'm all over those OSHA rules. Yeah, this is wrong.
And 3 of these guys that are like standing on the outskirts watching this go down to the elven soldiers are wearing some sort of what looks like a gas mask. It's got like big lenses over the face and tubes coming out and then over the shoulders into a bronze canister that is strapped onto their backs.
Does it say beer? Is it like
It is.
like one of those beer hats?
They just came from the convention.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, OSHA really doesn't like it when you waterboard people. You get written up. It's just bad.
Well, especially if it's racially motivated. You can waterboard people for performance
For fun.
Yeah.
You know, that's okay.
As long as you follow progressive discipline.
Right. You gotta have clear statistics and a log of all
We're an
transgressions.
equal waterboarding opportunity lawyer.
Clearly, solitary confinement didn't work. We're going to go to waterboarding, and if that doesn't work, we're going to have to resort to pulling out your fingernails with needle pliers. Sorry.
And,
All right.
and then we'll dock your pay.
You're grabbing the cavalry.
Yeah. Well, you want to stay and watch while I grab them?
No, dude, I'm not into that. Well, yeah, I guess.
Not what I meant. Phrasing.
Yeah, I'll stay and watch it and jump in if shit gets real.
Yeah. There's people to hurt, so they're being terrible things.
All right.
And we probably better run before she does it on her own.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you've got like a 30-second window.
Yeah.
For the two of you who haven't already made them, I want stealth checks from you too.
With advantage because of the rain, you said, right? Okay.
14, 16.
All right.
23.
Jesus.
23.
I'm a monk. I got really high dex.
Your dex as high as walls.
Yeah.
There we go. Stretch my little legs.
Ready?
Here.
I'm ready to place my mini.
All right. So there's the guy who's getting kicked into the mud with his friends who are watching.
They kind of like it.
He's been kicked in the mud, so I'm gonna put him face down.
Yeah, this might be a sex thing. We should probably ask first.
And here's
Somebody
the
check to see if he's got an erection.
leader of the elves.
Perception check to see if he has a
He does have a bone on.
Oh. Well, then maybe we should just leave these guys to their
Is that a correction check?
erection. If you
These
ask
are
him to
the
cough, it's a mess.
guys wearing the metal hats are the ones that look like they're wearing gas masks. And these guys are tending the prisoners.
The chubby dudes are the prisoners?
Yep.
The one's like exactly the one that I picked.
Yep, exactly the same as the one you picked.
You should have a number on the front of yours to keep track of them.
3.
There you go.
See, there you go.
Those guys are 5 and 6.
That's because you used a 3 to spell Dave.
Yeah.
All right, initiative, please.
What?
23.
Wow.
Oh, no. Yes, 23.
I got a 10.
Okay.
17 for Gavin.
Okay. Dave.
Just double check. Okay.
Dave.
I had advantage written 17. 19.
19.
I had advantage written up there, but I think that was from last time Dave was daving.
Okay. So the initiative order is as seen here. The 1 represents the 3 regular elves and the leader type guy, and the 2 represents the guys who are wearing their gas masks. And I have ass kicking music, and it sounds like you're about to ass kick.
That's the plan, man.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to charge my Bead of Arcane Power with something. Let me just think of a spell.
I assume you have done that already, so just go ahead.
Yeah,
and
I just personally forgot.
All right. Top of batting order is Jackson Dukes,
Ooh.
and I know I didn't put a grid on this, so just wing it.
All right, so can I enter the map from any side I want?
Any side you want.
All right. Then yeah, I think I'm just going to like flying serpent kick over to this guy, and I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
All right, seems legit.
Let's see. The red die will be my martial arts strike. Oh, shit rolls though. So a 16 on my main hand.
Hits.
All right. 5 bludgeoning. So 10 points of bludgeoning on him.
All right.
The other one will almost certainly miss. It's a 10.
That misses.
Flurry of blows.
All right.
Key points.
Blow him. Welcome back.
20 and a 23.
Both hit. Wow.
I am not surprised. 6 and 10 is 16 more.
All right, that kills that man.
Excellent.
So you can pull him out. And out of nowhere, Jackson Dukes comes launching out of the tree line and murders a man in cold blood.
Yes. Well, my blood is pretty hot.
You know who's really hot? Dave.
Dave is hot.
Got that big
Right.
green dick.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna go straight for the guy who's beating up on the half-orc. So I'm gonna stand up. Oh, thank you.
Sargent.
I'm gonna go there, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna enter a rage.
Okay.
Off. And I am going to take my delicious delicious mace. And I'm just gonna bonk this guy straight up and down on the head.
Bonk him hard.
I'm gonna bonk him so hard. That's 14 plus 6,
That'll
so
hit.
it's a 20 bonking. And then that's... Oh, I get plus 2 to my damage because of rage, right? Yeah.
Sounds right.
So that's 1d6.
Get firm damage on him.
What level is everybody?
8.
Oh, fuck. So it's 1 plus 3 plus 2 is 6 mace damage.
He takes all of your mace damage and likes it.
Well, great. Good. I'm glad you like it. I don't know what that accent is.
I don't know what that is either. It sounded a little bit assaulting. Dave's done, yes?
Alright, I believe. You know, I'm gonna stay there because if he hits me, it's good for me, right?
All right. Gavin.
Yeah, I'm gonna give some backup to David. I'm going to come on in and I'm going to chill touch this dude.
All right. It's the AC based one, yeah.
It is a attack roll. 19
Hits.
and I am now 8th level, so that's 2d8. Nine.
9 points. All right. He takes all of it and is still quite healthy.
Cool. Yeah, I guess that's it.
All right. Now it is time for regular elves. One elf standing next to the prisoners is going to wheel off and hit Jackson Dukes.
Okay.
Which one are you? This guy?
Yes, I'm the shirtless Lucador pointing.
He is going to stabificate you with his scimitar
Sounds hot.
with a 23 to hit.
Oh yeah.
And where are my d8s? There we are. For 8 points of slashing damage. 9 points of slashing damage, my mistake.
Okay.
The sergeant's on the same initiative, so he's going to start beating on Dave. He gets the multi-attack, one with his cutlass and one with his offhand shield. So the cutlass is on a 15 to hit. For Dave.
Sorry, which 15. I have a number class of 16.
Alright. So the shield offhand attack is a crit. That one, you need d6s for that shit. The crit is going to do to you 6 damage, bludgeoning,
Okay.
and make a strength saving throw DC 11.
Plus 5. What's that?
That's a 9.
So, yeah, 14.
Okay, then you are not knocked prone.
That sounds great.
We got the other elven asshole who's covering his boss. He's going to run all the way over to Jackson Dukes and try and hit Jackson Dukes.
Okay.
So we can move
So,
that for me.
So it's Mohawk lady?
Yep. Hiya. That is also a crit.
Okay.
For 6, 7 plus 4 is 11 points of slashing damage with her scimitar.
Okay.
It's gone. Gone. Just don't bother.
It's gone forever.
Just a heads up, anybody who's attacking anybody within 5 feet of me has advantage on melee attack rolls because I have Totem of the Wolf.
Isn't that a Duran Duran song?
It is it's a Duran Step Wolf, right?
And
Horrible.
Totem of the Wolf.
That's dreadful. Lady Liberty, save us.
Lady Liberty has been like super hard holding herself back because she knows that she needs to wait for backup, which is why she is so late to the party. But she's gonna run up to Dave,
She was
screaming,
She was waiting for Pearl Harbor to get bombed.
basically,
Oh, jeez.
screaming and snarling, and she is going to take a swing at the Elven Sergeant's kneecaps with her warhammer.
Nice.
And that is a 16?
Whiff.
Ah, frick. Well, good thing I get another shot.
You do get another shot.
That is an 18.
That's gonna hit.
Shit. 1d8. Oh shit, I forgot how to smite.
You can declare it now, and you spend a spell slot,
Yes.
and you get 2d8 up front, and then I believe it's an additional d8 for every level over the first.
Alright, I'm just gonna go at first level.
Cool. So a first level spell slot for an extra 2d8.
So that is 10, 13, 16.
I think that's it.
Fury of the Small, 24.
Nice. All right, Fury of the Small for 24. Fury of the Small is hilarious. You can add your level to damage once per short rest.
Yep.
He actually is not yet bloody.
What is this guy?
He's a sergeant. He got promoted.
And I take
He's in middle management, not junior management.
Damn it.
Yeah. He
I
didn't even have to intern.
take a bonus action to disengage.
Okay. Now it is time for the other elves. So
Work privilege?
we're going to have, if somebody can move these for me, this elf here is going to go to Lady Liberty. The other two are going to go sandwich action on Jackson Dukes.
I'll bring it. I forgot I'm level 8 and I get 2 attacks, so I got some getting right to do.
This is going to be bizarre. Okay. The two of them as bonus actions turn hand cranks on the brass containers that are strapped to their backs.
Okay.
And you can hear the sound of what sounds like gas being forced out through a tube.
Okay.
And then they start moving really, really, really fast, and they both start wailing on you with scimitars.
What do they have, like haste gas in a tank?
Pretty much.
It's math.
The first one is a 19 to hit,
I hate meth elves. Yes, that hits.
and the second one is a 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. So the one that does hit, well, it's a shit roll. It would be 7 points, but he's going to take 5 damage to add 5 more to that. So
Oh, wow.
it'll be 12 total, and
Okay.
he takes 5.
Okay.
It is slashing damage. And you see now that like so much of this gas is being pumped into his face mask that little plumes of green smoke are coming out from where it's not quite airtight.
Reminds me of Bane, not from the most recent iteration of Batman movies, but the Val
The
Kilmer.
shitty one.
The George Clooney, yes, excuse
Yeah.
me.
Bat nipples.
Bat nipples, yeah.
Bat nipples McGee. Jackson Dukes, at the start of your turn, please make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, 22.
All right, you are not given the fear condition as a result of exposure to their necrotic gas.
Ew.
So they're breathing this necrotic gas?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And it's giving them haste.
Are they, like, fucking scared? Oh, because they're trying to run away from the thing that's giving them fear, which is strapped to their back?
It's complicated. Maybe you'll find out later in the adventure.
Alright, so
Strap it on yourself.
I'm going to grab the 2 pipes that are going into this guy's gas mask and kick him twice in the face and try to pull the
Excellent.
things off.
Doing the can.
Try to pull them off.
I'm just gonna yank him off.
The solution to this adventure is drugs.
That's most Spelljammer adventures.
Yeah. Let's see. Just reading real quick.
Yep.
Alright, so the red one is the martial arts attack. That's going to be a 21 and a 16.
Both hit.
Okay. 11 and 9 is 20.
20 points.
Yep.
Okay.
Action point.
That one actually, specifically, that guy dies. And you're high enough monk level that it's magic damage, right?
No, I don't think it is.
That was a 6th level monk perk.
Yep, you're right, it is.
Perfect. Alright, yes, he is dead.
Okay, good.
So you killed that guy, whichever one that was.
We'll say it's the one closest to fall.
Alright, we can pull that man off.
Ooh. So then, okay. That was 1 attack. I get 2 attacks. So I will make my next attack and punch the other guy.
The other gas mask man?
Other gas mask man. That'll hit. For 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I will use a key point. And hit him again.
Seems good. It's working out really well for you.
Both will hit.
Okay.
9 and 7 is 16.
That is enough to kill the other gas mask man. Being a monk with magic attacks is really good. They have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magic.
And there's one more bad guy left over there, right? Am I reading that right?
Yeah, there's a mook.
Okay.
Well, there's the move
There's actually
and
2
the second
mooks,
in
yeah.
command.
Alright, then I'll stay over here.
Alright. That was Jackson Dukes. Dave. How Canadian are you, Dave?
Dave's so Canadian, he forgot he could take extra attacks.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm so American, I did that too.
Listen, I've been playing
He replaced his
exclusively
second attack with an apology.
Sorry. I'm going to go up on gas mat. No, I'm going to stick to my guns. The guy who is
We already
still
did
beating
gas
on my
masks.
half-orc friend, I'm going to actually take my battle axe this time. Because the mace diggity darn didn't do it for me last time there.
Didn't let you down.
Yeah, so I'm going to hit him very hard. That's a 12 plus 18.
That's gonna do it.
Good. I'm glad.
These guys actually have tons of AC tricks, and you guys have only ever hit on giant numbers.
Alright. Oh, that's a D6. No, that's a D8. It's battle axe.
I used the wrong dice the last time I rolled.
So that's going to be 3 plus 2 plus 3 is 8. 8 slashing damage.
8 slashing, noted. He is, as the kid would say, bloodied.
Cool. I'm going to hit him again.
Good choice.
Same thing.
Second,
That's
first,
a,
same as the first.
That's a 10.
That sucks.
That's not gonna
Way
do
to
it.
knock it up over there, Dave.
Wow! Whoa! Whoa!
That's racist, dog.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that'll do it because that's all I can do.
Alright.
I'm gonna stay next to him so I can keep getting hit so I can stay rage.
That seems like a good choice. Gavin, are you the hero that we needed this whole time?
Doubtful. So is this one of those gas mask dudes?
It is.
too?
He's a gas mask.
Is there a way I can break the gas mask or disrupt it or something with like a, sleight of hand check or something, like pick a lock or something?
You know what? We'll do it this way. You can make a sleight of hand check or target an attack on it, but I'll add 5 to the AC, and it'll do something extra if you hit.
Well, how about this? How about if I,
Where's Matt?
fuck it, I'll just do a chaos bolt at the thing. So I'm going to get this ball of energy and I shoot it out like a ray, and we're going to target this asshole.
Alright.
And,
You're going just for regular damage, or you're going for the pack?
Actually, I gotta make sure this is a spell attack. This is a spell attack.
It's really good damage use.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to waste a spell slot to like take a chance at a higher AC, so I'm just gonna go for the straight up damage.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 22.
You could have gone for the tank on that one. You would have hit.
Yeah, probably. That's alright. And it does 2d8 plus 6, and then there's all kinds of weird funky shit, if you remember this.
Yeah, if you match the numbers or something like that, it does weird
There's
shit.
all kinds of weird fucking things. So it's going to be 14 points. 14 points of acid damage.
Awesome. It does full damage. He doesn't resist acid, I can tell you that.
Okay. And that's it.
He does have a
14 points of
45-foot movement speed. What that's worth.
acid. Nice. And then I'm going to move not within this guy's threat range. I'm going to go to like over here. Just I don't know. Are these shrubberies?
Yeah, they're shrubberies.
All right. I know I can't use my action to hide, but I'll just get cover behind the shrubberies.
Sounds good. All right, regular elves are going to go next. They're going to sandwich action on Jackson Dukes.
That went pretty well for the last couple of guys who tried that.
They did a lot of damage to you.
Yeah, now they're dead.
Yeah. But still, they're thinking you must be almost dead by now. So the first swing is a 25, and the second swing is a 14.
The 25 hits.
All right, so the 25 is going to deal to you 9 points of slashing damage.
Got it.
And they just stand next to you, being awesome.
Okay.
And the sergeant is fighting a Dave and a goblin. But the goblin hits really hard, so I think we're probably going on the goblin.
She's going like, come on.
Yeah, we're going to multi-attack the goblin, starting with the cutlass attack. 17 to hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and the offhand is the buckler swing. That's a crit. He's critted the buckler, back-to-back turns. So the buckler has no modifiers, it's just damage dice, so that's 6 bludgeoning damage. And make a strength saving throw.
Back in 76, yo.
Yeah!
76.
Strength save.
Nice.
7.
You fall prone.
Mwah.
And from the cutlass attack, you take 9 slashing damage. That is the regular elves. Lady Liberty, you are prone next to the sergeant. He laughs at you.
I use half my movement to stand up. I cast Ensnaring Strike. And I take 2 swings at him with advantage.
Alright. What is Matt doing?
So that's a 19 on the first swing.
Yup.
So that's D10.
Your cat learned.
She's in
So-
a weird pose. I don't know what that's all about.
That
He's
is
trying to defend me, I think.
8 points of damage from the first swing.
Okay.
He is. He gets touched by Ensnaring Strike.
Delicate.
Yes.
How do you like your Oreo stuffed with Colgate, Paul?
They just like a regular Oreo.
Yep.
And here comes the second swing.
Got the USDA requirement of diabetes.
And that's a 19 on the die.
Yeah, we'll hit
I
him.
imagine that hits.
Yep.
And you know what? Let us throw a smite on this one.
Okay,
So
let
it's an
us
extra
try.
2d8.
An extra 2d8, yeah. Smite it up. Cram the smite in his windpipe. Or his pee hole.
Either will do.
So that is 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 8 is 17, sir.
17.
Yep.
Still up.
And he must make a strength saving throw or be restrained and take another 1d6 at the start of his turn.
He has a 13.
13
I think your save is
is 12.
Yeah.
Yes.